Okay, well, the fucking poetic part about it is, yeah, during my year off from drinking, I got an infection in my foot and years of abuse on my body. I lost my toes, dude. I tried to hide it, still got my foot, and not proud of it, dude. Like, not. I'm actually super fucking embarrassed by it. If you want to get real, I'm actually super duper embarrassed by it, dude.
So that was a fucking lie.
2 hours later.
Yeah, so during that stream, I ended up passing out in the bed, and obviously I took my shoes off, and people saw it, so I'm caught.
Say it ain't so, OnlyUseMeBlade is out here admitting to the world finally that he lost a few toes. Only Lose Me Toes is definitely more of a reality than a meme. And we all knew it was gonna come one day, but we weren't quite sure it already happened. But of course he got too drunk, fell asleep, showed his foot, and there we are. Welcome back to another deplorable look at the OnlyUseMeBlade situation. I have another video going over some of his more rough allegations, but all this stuff popped up last minute and I figured I had to strike while the iron was hot. So this video is going to be about his recent debauchery, getting kicked out of his mom's place, revealing that he lost some toes from drinking copious amounts of Jaeger, and you know, harassing one of his mother's roommates, I guess you would call them. I don't really know. Again, this is like a assisted living facility where a bunch of people live. Caretakers help them to get from point A to point B, make sure they're all good to go, etc. But Blade was obviously a drunk degenerate and effed that all up.
There you go. It's like a little thing fits in my shoe.
So of course, as we see there, he shows off his nub of a foot, and you know, that's sad days. He was told time and time again to slow down or this would happen, and you know, here we are. It's hard to feel bad for him though, because he literally goes immediately back into drinking at the exact same time. So did he really ever learn anything, or is he just going to continue to perpetuate the same cycle? I'll let you all be the one to judge that. The next clip we're going to see is of course Blade once again being an absolute disgrace to the human race and bothering some elderly people and saying some downright deplorable things to them for quite literally no reason.
Monster, you got a water, dude? Huh? You got a lighter, dude?
What?
You got a lighter?
Water?
A lighter.
Oh, no, I got no water.
Sorry, Marshall.
No lighter.
I feel really bad for talking to you in your shit, person. Don't die, person.
What did he say? Brother,
Just a lighter. Just a lighter. I want to smoke a cigarette, person. I fucked that person. Give me a lighter. Give me a lighter now, person. Give me a lighter now, person. Dude, give me a lighter now, person. And then we figured out, dude. Don't jam me. I figured out, dude. Dude, you got a light, dude. You got a light, dude. Can I light, dude? Bro, can I light, dude? Can I go home, dude?
I'm sorry, I've had some people say that I have incredibly quote normie unquote takes, and I think that's absolutely insane. If you think it's a normie take to say you probably shouldn't get pissed drunk, blackout drunk in a nursing home where there's a bunch of people with health issues, especially when your mother's relying on you to be able to take care of her and be responsible enough to not get her kicked out of this care facility, I'm not sure that's a normie take. I think that's called just common sense and having a little bit of empathy, responsibility, and you know, maybe a little give a F about the situation you're in. He only has a place to live because he needs to take care of his mother. Getting drunk to a point to where you're throwing up everywhere, falling all over the place, pissing in rugs, harassing the tenants that live around you, and literally just being a complete and utter nuisance to the staff and everybody else in this area. That's not a normie take. That's just common sense, guys. Like, I understand we're covering some degenerates who have very small IQs, but there's no reason to be on the same wavelength as them. You should not and you should never do those types of things in that situation. Work smart, not hard. Be bigger than the program. Anyways, let's move on to this next very sad clip where Blade is so beyond sloshed that he can't even get up after falling onto his face.
Dude, I'm lit, dude. Okay, dude. Can't figure it out, dude. Can I go home, dude? Can I some help, dude? Can I some help, dude? Like, please, thank you, person. Don't say the N-word. I want to go home, dude. Hey, man, can you help me out, dude?
I think the funniest part about the clip we just saw is him reminding himself not to say the N-word. It's become such a problem in his vernacular, in his drunk state, that he can't not say it, even if there's none of those people around. But trust me, he did basically say it multiple times before this, but that doesn't matter. It's the least of our worries when we're talking about a man who is basically passed out drunk, easily blacked out in front of our eyes, laying down in the hallway of a freaking nursing facility, a place where a bunch of elderly people are trying to have rest for their final days. Most of them probably bedridden if not sick themselves. You got this degenerate, 5 toes down by the way, crawling around the hallway drunk as hell, probably pissing himself in the entire process. It's sad and it never gets any better the more we try to explain it. The next clip is gonna be once again Blade's mother for the 5th time now calling the police on him and him unfortunately being removed.
Ryan. 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 Ryan.
Address. Ha ha.
Ryan. 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 Ryan.
So for some extra context, his phone had been getting spammed for quite some time. His mom got tired of hearing it and started calling out his name to try to wake him up. Unfortunately, as you can see, he's not waking up and the calls persist, so her only option in her mind was to call the police and get things figured out. And as we're about to see, the police come, they shut down the live stream, and Blade is still entirely passed out beyond belief. You gotta get to a very, very diabolical state in life that you're not even waking up when there's, what, like 6 police in your bedroom?
Yo. Hey. Ryan. Hey, you good, man?
So obviously, as you can see, it only gets sadder from here. The story of Blade doesn't get any more positive, and I don't think it ever will. There was a time where he did have a short bit of sobriety, but unfortunately this is where we ended up. Even worse than before. We're losing toes, probably gonna lose feet in the future, burning bridges with your own mother, the cops know you on a first name basis, you're peeing on people's cars, peeing in the carpet, trying to pick fights with elderly people in a nursing home. It just doesn't get any worse than this. And if you ever needed a motivation to not be a complete loser in life, I would say this is the exact video you need to watch. I honestly don't think there's a more depraved level that he can get to unless we get some sort of homeless arc. He's somehow been able to skirt that all these years, but I think we're getting pretty close to it. Jeez, how many different Lolcows are we at this point that are about to all hit homeless arcs? But at this point, we can only hope that he figures it out, dude.
Hi, Mom. How you doing? Okay. I miss you. No, you miss me. Ew. How you doing? No, you miss your Brian's son. Figure it out. Come on.
I mean, the one that calls me in the name and tells everybody how stupid I am and senile and bad person. That Brian.
No, not that. Like, I don't know what you're talking about that. Figure it out.
Well, why don't we talk when you're sober sometime?
I've been trying to talk to you sober for years. Like, what are you talking about? Then why do you want me to take care of you, though?
Really don't need your abuse.
No, I'm always gonna be there for you. Mom, I'm always gonna be there for you. I love you. Mom, I love you. Figure it out. Figure it out. Come on, dude.
I'll figure it out. Mike.
Alright.
Rock bottom is definitely not the same for everybody, but when it comes to Blade, this has to be the true rock bottom. At least we can all hope, so he can maybe do something a little different, maybe get some positive reinforcement out of this. But at the end of the day, my friend, it's very unlikely he will learn from this, and I'm sure by tomorrow there's gonna be some more clips of him down in some Jaeger, showing off his nub of a foot, and probably calling his mom again to tell her to figure it out, dude. It is sad though that he couldn't stay sober, or at least be responsible enough with his drinking to stay, take care of his mother, and not get thrown out once again. But alas, the story of Only Lose Me Toes continues to form here, and I'll be on top of it. Like I said, I'm still working on the Gucci's video, it'll be out very soon. I just wanted to make sure I was on top of this because it seemed incredibly relevant in the moment. I appreciate you guys, I'll see you soon. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, throw down your comments about Blade and any ideas you might have for some future videos, and I'll see you soon.